Hello, my name is Marcus Gogo, and this is my PowerPoint on diabetic nutrition. 34.2 million, or 10.5% of the US population, have been diagnosed with diabetes overall. And 34.1 million of the 34.2, or 13% of the population, are people of ages 18 and up. Type 2 diabetes is the affected rate the body can process blood sugar. Type 1 diabetes is a condition that involves the little to no production of insulin in the pancreas. Diabetes is a state in which blood sugar is high, but not high enough to be considered type 2 diabetes. And gestational diabetes is the effect high blood sugar has on pregnant women. This is my infographic. It's on diabetic health, and why did I pick my topic? I chose this topic to create awareness of diabetic health for the unaware and aware, so people will understand how to avoid developing diabetes, and so people with diabetes understand how and why they need to maintain their health properly. What is diabetes? Diabetes, also referred to as diabetes mellitus, is resulted from the grouping of diseases that lead to too much sugar in the blood stream. So like high blood glucose levels. The purpose of diabetic research is important to understand the effect diabetes has on different organs, how mutations in cells can affect diabetes, to come closer to curing diabetes, maintaining what we can't cure, and reversing its effects on the human body. Some fun facts I have is medical costs and lost work weight and wages for people with diagnosed diabetes totals $27 billion annually. Medical costs for people suffering from diabetes is twice as high than people who don't. And when your body either doesn't have enough insulin or can't use it, too much blood sugar can build up in your blood vessels. There is no cure for diabetes yet, but weight loss, eating properly, and being active can help with it. And diabetes is the #1 cause of kidney failure. This side of my infographic just goes over type 1 and type 2 diabetes. So type 1 is caused by an autoimmune reaction, destroying the cells in the pancreas that produce insulin. Autoimmune reaction is the body attacking itself. And type 2 diabetes, you're more likely to contract type 2 diabetes if you are overweight and not physically active. Extra weight can cause insulin resistance. Cells in the muscle fat and liver cause insulin resistance. Type 2 diabetes is usually obtained by people who are diagnosed with pre-diabetes. Ways to manage type 2 diabetes: healthy eating, 20 to 25 minutes of exercise daily, weight loss, medication or insulin therapy, and blood sugar monitoring. Nutritious foods you can eat to maintain diabetic health would be foods like beans, dark green leafy vegetables, citrus fruits, sweet potatoes, berries, tomatoes. And my plate recommends a half a plate of non-starchy vegetables for high carb intake, a quarter with healthy starches like grains and veggies, and a quarter with lean protein like chicken, beef, or turkey. Prediabetes: out of 96 million adults in the US, more than 1 in 3 have prediabetes. The cells in your body do not respond naturally to insulin made by your pancreas. Symptoms can be being overweight, being over 45, having a close relative with type 2 diabetes, and being inactive for more than 3 days. Type 1 diabetes is a condition where your body attacks itself. Your pancreas attacks itself, restricting the production of insulin. The cause of type 1 diabetes is unknown, and type 1 diabetes symptoms include increased thirst, frequent urination, bedwetting, extreme hunger, unintended weight loss, mood swings, fatigue and weakness, and blurred vision. Type 1 diabetes can be managed by controlling insulin to maintain body blood sugar levels, but no cure for type 1 diabetes has been discovered. And having polycystic ovary syndrome in women is the most common reason for infertility because it can cause insulin resistance. This is my food pyramid or food guide. So it shows protein, and usually for a plate, it requires 1/4 protein, like chicken, turkey, beans, tofu for vegetarians, eggs. Um, it shows non-starchy vegetables in the middle. So vegetables such should make up half of your meal. So like a salad, green beans, broccoli, cauliflower, cabbage, or carrots. Have a vegan option for protein if you don't eat like chicken, turkey, or eggs. So things like lentils or hummus, peas, soy nuts or nut butters like almond or cashew butter. Um, the carbs should fill up a single quarter of your plate, such as grains, starchy vegetables, rice, pasta, beans, fruits, yogurts, milk. Type 2 diabetes. In type 2 diabetes, the body either doesn't produce insulin or does not produce enough insulin for regular blood sugar levels. Type 2 diabetes is lifestyle related in most cases and develops over time. Type 2 diabetes makes up about 90% of citizens diagnosed with diabetes. Type 2 diabetes can be based on ethnicity or weight, and symptoms appear slowly. Type 2 diabetes can't be cured, but it can be prevented with regulated exercise, meal prep, or an insulin prescription in certain cases. And gestational diabetes doesn't cause noticeable symptoms, but it can cause increased thirst and frequent urination. The cause is also unknown. Risk involve being overweight or obese, not being physically active, having prediabetes, having gestational diabetes in a previous pregnancy, having polycystic ovary syndrome, having an immediate family member with diabetes, having delivered a baby over 9 pounds, and ethnicity. It can cause issues for the baby if not managed properly. Baby can be overweight early, have breathing difficulties, low blood sugar, obesity, and type 2 diabetes later on in life, and can also cause the possibility of a stillbirth. These are, again, some potential some potential signs of diabetes, like increased urination, UDI or yeast infections, extreme exhaustion, unintentional weight loss, intense hunger, tingling or numbness in extremities, or slow healing wounds. And these are my citations. Sorry. And this is another citation symptom page. And my name is Marcus, and this is my presentation.